Good day, guys, and welcome back to Alliance War Season 57. This is episode 4. So, really good win against Nefty. Pretty sure it's the first time we've beaten them. Giving up 5 deaths is pretty good. It's going to beat most alliances, so really happy with this result, beating Nefty. It definitely was not... We were definitely the underdogs in that war. We've got 6 fights in today's war. We're fighting quite a lot of Saga defenders. I think 4 in total. Our opponent is XK9, so they're pretty consistently a Masters Alliance. We definitely probably are the favourites, but definitely not going to be a walk in the park. Our team is our 7-star rank 3 Hood, our 7-star rank 1 Mojo, and our 7-star rank 3 Warlock. So Hood is the only Saga champion we'll be using today. Like I said, yeah, we're fighting 4 Saga defenders, I think 3 Cosmics and 1 skill, so definitely want to have this ability. We've also got this synergy between Mojo and Hood. I don't think we needed it really, but we had the slot. So every time we knock down the opponent, we get 3 bullets. So it just means we don't really have to worry about bullets at all this war. We are using our non-recoil masteries, but we will be switching to recoils for the second section because we're using Warlock for section 2, but then we'll switch back to this mastery setup for the last few Hood fights. So we're taking the same paths we took last war. So this is path 8 into path 3. Starting with a Nick Fury here. This is a pretty okay matchup for Hood. He really works well for these nodes, and his detonation can bypass the glancing. The only thing that really hurts Hood in this fight is that Nick, obviously, when he has at least 5 tactical charges, he cannot miss, and which means we actually can't get any bullets from that as well, because they actually have to miss into your invisibility for you to get the bullets. So you can see we're not getting any bullets at all, even though taking hits into invisibility. But that's why we had this Mojo synergy. It makes it, we really don't have to worry about bullets at all in this fight. I think we do lose a few, but once we start fighting Cosmics and with more buffs, we get a lot of them back. So we go invisibility again. This is just a bit more power steal, so that gets us back up to another special 2. We are running some Mystic power boost, you can see. Made a bit of a mistake there, hitting a few hits in a block because of Rise to Power. He basically got a lot of power from that. But it's actually good because I'd rather bait a special 2 out of Nick anyway, although it took him a while to throw it. You can see we had to get backed up right in the corner before he finally threw that special 2, and we didn't punish it. I don't know why I didn't punish it, but yeah, he went unblockable. We intercept there with a relic into a heavy and he goes down, so a bit of an interesting way to start the war, with him being a bit passive there, but it's alright. Next up we have a Medusa. We pretty much always see a Cosmic here, because of the Nullify immunity that this node has. And I made a mistake here. I don't know why. I thought she was throwing a heavy, so I tried a heavy because you can punish the first hit of a heavy, but I didn't. So here we throw a special 2. She actually auto blocks her midway through. We don't actually have the Nullify immunity on cooldown yet, which is not good. But we want to get that Nullify immunity on cooldown as soon as possible. I have the unblockable here, so she can't auto block. And we can safely hit into a 3 Furies with our invisibility up anyway because he's stun immune. So yeah, it wasn't the cleanest fight against this Medusa, but we still did okay. I didn't punish her special 1 for some reason. Except there was a special 2, go invisible, and then 1 more heavy finishes it off. So now into section 2, we've got our recoils on now. I wanted them particularly for the next fight, not so much this fight. We've got a Weapon X here. This is on the encroaching stun node. I wasn't too sure how I wanted to play this because if you throw a special 2 against Weapon X when he's not Berserk, it's pretty much guaranteed to make him Berserk. So I think I wanted to try and get him to go Berserk for encroaching stun there. So he actually gets it off pretty early. He only had about 15 charges. He had a really nice intercept there and a nice backdraft into our special 2, so we can time that right before encroaching stun hits. So it's pretty much the perfect way to approach this fight. Get a nice little sidestep there into 50k medium, and he goes down in like 30 seconds. So pretty clean fight there. This was the fight I was most worried about, actually. This Peni Parker, this is on Safeguard. I was anticipating it to take a lot longer than it did. I was surprised with how quickly Warlock did it. But the bleeds are really the main source of our damage here because they're ticking for 1300 per tick. So throw quite a lot of heavies. I can't repeat heavies back to back because we get disintegration. Yeah, at least a few heavies a week in between. She does have a sync charges now, so we wanted to try and hit it into block. She was not blocking at all here, so I luckily throw her heavy and she doesn't auto block, but she finally starts blocking here. And I feel like Peni is one of those champions that she doesn't like holding block very often. Like sometimes she's holding block and then she dashes in at the last second. And I think that does actually happen soon here. Maybe not this one, but I think it does happen at least once in this fight. I think she goes to hold block and she comes to dash forward right at the last second and we actually take some disintegration damage. But her sync shield is down now, so we can comfortably throw a special 2. We can comfortably throw any hit, and she won't auto block because she can't. So we throw some more heavies here. The armor breaks aren't really going to do too much because of safeguard. Get a relic into a heavy there. Her thing is about to come back up now. So we back off there. She throws a heavy. We want to get her to block again. There's where she dashed forward, where I didn't expect her to at all. I thought she was holding block. So we do take a little bit of disintegration damage. It's only about 200 per tick, but of course Warlock is a robot, so he doesn't benefit from the willpower mastery. And then she does the same thing again there. She dashes forward right at the last second and actually activates her auto block. But you know, we've only lost 17% health so far, and this is our last Warlock fight, so we won't have to heal him up after this. And we're hitting through the shield quickly enough anyway. Sync shield goes down again for the second time. Throw a special 2. Each of those hits is triggering the safeguard cap. We are in assassin's range now though, so we can actually bypass safeguard now. And I think this next heavy does actually, or the next medium, yeah, 37k bypasses the safeguard with assassins there. Next up we've got a Sersi. This is on ebb and flow knockdown. This is a pretty good matchup for Hood because, you know, Sersi gets so many buffs. I think we tried to get a stagger here, but it took a while for us to get our first stagger. You can see 5 hits, 6 hits on a stagger. We finally get it there, and it eats up her glancing, which is good. We throw a special 2 there to get the Fate Seal. It does trigger her debuff immunity from the node. And I think here I was experiencing quite a bit of lag actually at this point. And I think here that's where I missed the special. Luckily it didn't stun us, but yeah, I missed the dex there. Yeah, I was experiencing quite a bit of lag. I was a bit worried at this point if that was going to cost us a death. So I used the special 3 to kind of reset, take stock of where we were at. We've got about 15 hexes, 15 bullets on her right now. I don't think we have a Fate Seal. Ebb and Flow will be down now. That special 3 triggers it. A nice special 1 with punish there. I'm pretty good at punishing a special 1 this way now. Get a bit of regen there. And I've timed the special 2 to trigger Ebb and Flow again as it's come back down. Punish another special 1, get the unblockable. I think here we throw the heavy, and it does finish her off there. So yeah, I'm not sure if you guys saw, there was a bit of desync with the audio and the video, so hopefully it wasn't too bad on your end. But the last fight we have in this war, Adam Warlock, this is on Mixmaster, so it is a bit of a tricky fight. You don't really want to parry this guy because there's a few nodes that punish you parrying, and of course if he throws, you know, his second light into block, he will trigger his unblockable and everything. Won't happen if he's staggered, but still something to watch out for. Now here I was trying to, last attack had been a medium, so I triggered Mixmaster there. I didn't actually dash back in time somehow. And so those bullets actually expire. It does a little bit of damage. I'm not sure why he missed there, because it should have been a 100% chance to miss, but he didn't somehow miss. I'm not sure why that happens. I do notice that sometimes with Hood they miss the first hit, but then sometimes they don't miss the second hit, even though it's a 100% chance. But whatever. So we punish there to go unblockable, get a nice intercept there with a medium. Another medium light. So we're just doing medium light combos to avoid Mixmaster. Go invisible again here. Get another special 2. And I really wanted to just push past this last 25%, because this 25% is obviously when he starts trying to go into his pod. So I think I do 1 medium light into relic, medium light medium into a relic. Just get to 26%, and then that heavy gets him all the way down. So yeah, a bit of a tricky couple of fights there, but we managed to get through them all not too badly. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this war. Yeah, and stick around for the rest of the season. Hope to see you guys in future videos. Peace out.